Hi, I'm Diane with Spiritlight. This is for Ariel. We just want to welcome you to our group and to tell you a little bit about ourselves. We've been around since 2003, and we're a group of psychic mediums. I have several Reiki masters within the group. We have Reiki practitioners as well. I'm a reverend, Wendigle's a reverend, and our primary goal in doing paranormal investigating is to help spirits that are stuck or traumatized. So we go into people's houses and help them when they are scared to death, don't know what to do, and other teams are able to go in and validate that there's spirits there, but they can't do anything to help the spirits to cross over. So what we do is we go in, we let the spirits speak, kind of explain their trauma, let go of that, release that, and then hopefully they will choose to go into the light once that's done. We have all types of equipment here, all the typical science equipment that you would normally use, EMF pump, EMF meters, we have PX devices, we have the millimeter, and then we have full spectrum, as well as infrared cameras that we use. We do all of that because what we're trying to do is to validate for those who can't see or hear or be able to spiritually understand because they're not psychic what's going on, because we're trying to show and validate that life does exist after death. And that's our primary interest. We also trigger objects that spirits can use while we're doing an investigation. If they want to play with us, that they can turn these things on all by themselves, and we can capture evidence of them playing with those. So with all that said, we'd like to be able to travel to all the places where all the other groups have gone and have been able to capture evidence, especially EVPs of saying, help me, and I'm lost, and things like that. We want to be able to go in and heal and to help those spirits to cross over, and also to heal the lands that need blessing because of historical battles and that sort of thing, negativity that's taken place wherever it might be. So we hope to get that opportunity. We have a Spiritlight radio show that comes on, and it's an international show. It comes on every week. We also have our Casadega tour that we're on right now. We're getting ready to do it in about 15 minutes, which we take people through the haunted Casadega Hotel, and we have people interact with spirits maybe for the very first time. So it's very exciting for them. So I'd like to also introduce some of our other members. This is Jill. She is our psychic tarot card reader. Jill, would you like to tell them about yourself?
Sure. As Diane said, I do read tarot cards. I think I do it in a completely different way than the traditional tarot reading. I do it in a forum setting where people they're sitting there, and as I turn over the cards tell me whose story they're telling, and it's a tool that helps people, no matter what question they have when they come in, and I say this all the time, no matter what question they actually say they all have the same question, and that is they want their story to be known. They want their story to be told. So what we try to do is we try to give them the opportunity to get that story told, whether it be, a family member that committed suicide and a child that was lost when it was a baby, whatever the case may be. But we give them the opportunity to have that story told and pulled out by us and validated by them, and the contact with their loved ones, and that's what we do. The tarot cards are a tool. I don't really rely on them. I use them, but I don't have to use them. And as Diane was saying earlier, mainly what we really want to do is go into these places where spirits are trapped, confused. We see that a lot. People that die by violent or tragic means often are confused in the spirit realm, and so we go in there and we try to help them to cross over, and we have a lot of success with that. Sometimes they go easily, and sometimes they are scared to go, and we make it our job for them to understand that it's okay. We provide healing to them while we're doing this with Reiki and with other measures. So these are the things that we do, and we're very passionate about doing them. And I feel like after I'm 50 years old, I feel like finally at this age, I have found what it is that I'm supposed to be doing, and that's why I do it.
Thank you for all that. Ashley, what would you like to say as a science member and a developing psychic?
Yes. I am the science member of the group. Usually I go around and debunk things. If it's an air conditioner or somebody on the other side of the wall that knocked, I'm usually the one that's second guessing pretty much everything. I do have a strong intuition and I can read people pretty well. I don't do the psychic aspect of it though.
But you have had some exceptional experiences while you've been with their group, and you have had contact with spirit since you joined their group, which is new to you, and very exciting as well. So that's something that once you join a group that you are, because the spirits are so excited about communicating, you come forward. So even a person that's never had an experience usually does.
Yes.
Once they are involved with this. Eagle, we'd like to introduce you on camera. Are you ready to come talk to us?
Let me get the camera right.
Okay. We'd also like to show you some of Eagle's jewelry that he makes. And the reason that he makes is a lot of people are concerned about protection, especially if they go into a negative energy situation. So he makes all this by hand. He uses special stones he's going to tell you about and explain why he makes it.
Well, all my stones, like this is black amber and agate. Basically what I do is I get the stones together. The stones call me. I don't have a set pattern in mind right away. I just wait and then I just start putting them together because each necklace is actually designed for a specific person. Even though I don't know at that time, it's just when the person comes and looks at it, they're drawn to that necklace for that reason, and that is why they purchase it, for protection, healing, spiritual growth, anything that they need, the necklace is made for them, and I put a lot of energy into this. Each necklace usually takes about an hour, because I don't just, again, I just don't throw it together. I meditate on it, and I put a lot of energy into when I'm wrapping the stones, and when I actually thread each stone, and I make sure there's a balance on each side.
Can you tell us something about yourself and your background?
Well, I had polio when I was 2 years old. I had a fever, went up to 107, and I died. And I was gone for quite a while. I came back, and I couldn't walk. Back then, when children had polio, and a lot of people had polio, they put you in iron lungs. They're great contraptions. The only thing that was out was your neck. They would wrap you in hot burlap sacks. They would strap you in chairs and lower you into bubbling water. And they would actually beat you. Nurses would beat the children to get them to walk, because this was a tragic thing that hit a lot of people. It was an epidemic. And where I was actually one of the few people that came out alive. I couldn't walk. My mother was a swimmer, so she took me to the pool right away, and I learned how to swim before I could walk. And so I made a great connection with spirit then, also with water. And growing up, I had a connection with animals. I've had foxes as friends. I don't necessarily call them pets because they have their mind of their own. Snakes, bats. And even when I was in school, I'd be outside, with nature. That's where I'm comfortable. That's where I'm home, with nature, with little kittens. Diane and I rescue little animals. Matter of fact, we've got 3 of them over at home right now. We just delivered a couple other ones. One was a little tiny gray thing. It looked really ragged, but very sweet, very lovable. As far as my spiritual growth, I traveled and traveled and travel to many different places here in the United States. Met very strong spiritual elders. A lot of times I would not know where I was going until I got there. And then when I got there, the elder would always kind of look at his watch or look at the sky and goes, "It's about time you got here." And of course they know when you're coming, and I don't. But they're very wise, and I learned traditions, the old ways, the gentle ways, the way of respecting nature and animals and people. Learn to respect everything. And through that, I do not call myself a shaman. Shaman is a Tibetan word, it's a common word. I am a spiritual elder. That is where my path has taken me, and it's taken a long journey to get to the point of spiritual elder. My gifts, I'm a healer, hollow bone healer, similar to Reiki, but again it's different. I'm a seer, which you might know as a psychic medium. I communicate with the spirits, and my strong desire, where I really feel happy, is when I help the children's spirits. I mean, that's what I look forward to doing, and I'm getting goosebumps already. I'm a lot of emotion with that. Helping a child spirit that is here, that's lost, to find them, to find where they're located, where they're buried, talk with them, help them go home to their loved ones. There's nothing like it. And I mean, that's what Spiritlight is about. We go and we rescue spirits. We'll go into places that have dark energy, but we don't go there to intimidate them, to ridicule them, to judge them. We go there to talk to them, find out, why are you here? It's very emotional. We care about them. We want to heal them. We want to send them home. And it's true that not all spirits want to go home. They're happy where they are, so that's fine. Just as we have a choice here, they have a choice also. But we want to help the spirits that are lost, the spirits that are broken, to heal, to find their home. And that's why we communicate. And the families that come here, we're this medium between the two places where they can tell their loved ones, "Hey, I'm all right." And the families here can go, I'm happy now. It's closure. I know you're safe and you're well. And a lot of them think, "Man, I can't wait till I get there." So it's a good place to go. And again, Spiritlight, you can find a lot of paranormal groups, but you will not find anybody that cares more for the spirits and the families of those spirits than us.